You're listening to Counterclockwise, where we decide the best of unimportant categories. The gym leader across the table from me is the wiggly tough to my jiggly puff, Brandon Wise. I'm Tyler Wise, and up next, you probably saw this coming, I want to be the very best, like no one ever was. To catch them is my real test, to train them is my cause. Everybody, Pokemon! Coming up in about 23 seconds.
Navigation. 3. Science number 2. He was number 1.
That song absolutely rips, by the way.
I know. I remembered the sound. Usually when I hear it now, I hear people singing it. So I don't actually hear the original song. I pulled it up again to remember exactly what it sounded like. It sounds like it should be in the Rocky IV soundtrack.
I know. Dude, when you have those days in the car where you don't want to listen to your normal Spotify list.
Yeah.
And you're just like, I'm going to listen to random shit for no reason.
Yeah.
A few weeks ago, I went to pool, and I'm like, you know what? This is going to be one of those days. I've listened to my list over and over and over again.
Yeah.
So I started off with the Top Gun theme.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Naturally, yeah.
Got to start with that. Rolled right into the Power Rangers theme.
Yeah.
And
Another
then,
good one.
And then capped it off with the Pokemon theme.
Yeah.
Man, I need a mashup of the guy who composed the Power Rangers theme song and Pokemon, because that might be the greatest musical accomplishment of all time.
What's the Power Rangers one sound like?
I'm gonna butcher it if I try to. It's like it's Go Power Rangers,
but
it's the opening guitar riff for me that like it's like I'm ready to morph.
Mighty Morphin.
like. Man, I was in the Lego aisle, of course, the other day at Walmart, because that's what I do. I'm like obsessed with Lego now, and went to the other aisle where all the action figures are, and there were a bunch of Power Rangers one, and they have them. I don't know if they re-released them, but they don't look as cool as the ones we had. But the ones where you push the button and the head flips.
Oh yeah,
they have those now.
Really?
Yeah, but they look weird.
I can't remember. Was it just like a dude's head? Was it just like a normal head?
Yeah,
and then the mask?
Yeah, it was or
the helmet or whatever?
It was him with his helmet and then him without his helmet. But still,
okay. Yeah.
It was just like transform, and then you just somehow flip his head around. Yeah.
That one was so cool.
I love it,
man. I always remember your Halloween costume that Mom made for you.
Yep.
She like sewed it out of like felt or something.
Yeah. No, man, she's a real one, dude. Like.
Yeah, that's crazy. And then kept it for 3 decades.
I was gonna say she probably still got it, right?
I assume. I don't know why. I can't imagine she would get rid of it. Yeah, she probably still has my like Eminem costume too. She didn't make that one, but that was in the box of costumes forever.
I should try to be like that grown adult. Like I should be like that King of the Hill episode, the Halloween episode, and try to fit that in. I should try to fit in that costume. And
yeah, you're a little itty bitty 5-year-old Red Ranger Halloween costume, and then walk down the street going trick or treat, trick or treat.
Here you come in a ghost face.
Yeah.
Here comes the ghost.
Toga. Oh my god, that's like probably number 2 favorite episode of all time.
Yeah, I think so. Obviously,
after the pilot.
Yeah, the pilot's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
You got that twig, boy?
I don't know how to transition this. This is what I was originally going to talk about.
Oh, okay. And then I just melted your face with that intro song.
It's still I'm gonna hear that the whole episode. Okay, so you can't really tell by looking at the podcast room, but I was attempting to clean it up a little bit.
Yeah.
I just moved things from off the table and stacked them on the floor.
Yeah.
That's my version of cleaning, right?
Yeah, the doom piles.
Yeah. I have like a plastic like file box.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to empty it out because Trin needed it for one of her projects.
Okay.
So I took all the stuff out of it and I was going through it and just basically throwing everything out.
Yeah.
And I stumbled upon this thank you card I had. And I'm like, why do I have a thank you note? You know, whatever.
Yeah. Is it one of the ones our dad made us write when we were like 10?
No.
Thank you for the blank. I use it a lot.
Thank you for the money. I spent it.
Yeah.
Okay. No, so I'm going through it and honestly, I kind of tossed it and I was like, you know what? I want to see what it is.
Yeah,
I want to I'm curious out of it. My God, it was like fate or something. Obviously, you remember. In high school, I had this foreign exchange student friend of mine who was Japanese.
Yeah.
His name was Hiroki Sato. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure I butchered that name and I apologize for it.
Yeah.
But that was a thank you note from him.
Oh, really?
From my graduation party in high school.
He sent you a thank you note for your graduation party?
Well, okay. It's a thank you card, but like...
He just wrote like a personal message in it?
Yeah, from when he went back home.
Oh, okay. I got you.
And yeah, I'm going to read it just because it's so fun. Not funny. It's sentimental. But he's like, hi, Brandon. Or dear Brandon, hi. I am back to Japan. Thank you for everything of the 3 years. His English was a little broken, but my God, his handwriting is awesome. And the fact that he even was as clear as he was like, I'll never forget you ever. If you have enough time and money, please come to Japan. I'm waiting for you in Japan. Thanks, Brandon. See you.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And he literally, I mean, I don't know how good these information is anymore, but he left me his email, his address, his phone number, his cell phone number, and his blog. Like, I just found this, and I've been talking so many times to other people. I'm like, I miss that guy. I talk about him. I'm like, I know he gave me his information, and I wish I could reach out. I wish I knew how to reach out to him.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if he remembers me, honestly.
I mean, I'm sure he does. I mean, it was a whole. I mean, how long was he here? How long was he?
A couple years.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I thought he was here for a while.
We bonded over our love for baseball.
Yeah, I remember. Like, he was like definitely like part of your like friend group for a while. You guys were pretty tight.
Yeah,
there's no way he doesn't remember you. He didn't just like completely forget 2 years of his life.
Yeah, but you know me, I'm like anxious about that. Like, what if he forgets about little old me, you know? And
yeah, I mean, maybe he may not like think about you like every week, but if you got an email from you.
We had science class together, and he just happened to sit next to me, and I don't know how we got to talking about it, but like somehow we both found out that we love baseball. And that was at the time where magazines were a thing, and I would bring in my MLB magazines to like read or whatever. And that's when he found out, I think, that I love baseball, and he's like, I love baseball. And so he would bring in his version of like the Japan League magazine, and he would bring it in, we'd bring them in together and swap them and like try to read each other's magazine.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he knew what he was reading. I had no idea. I could kind of get it from the pictures.
Yeah,
And they even had like Japanese video game ads.
Oh, really?
Like baseball video game ads.
Yeah,
like
that's
MLB
cool.
The Show and from there. But like, so now I gotta work. I gotta muster up the courage to like reach out to that information to see if that's even like.
Yeah, I mean, at least
I'm so nervous. Like I it's like.
Yeah, I mean, your cell phone number is the same from then, so.
Yeah.
I would think it's probably be the same.
Man,
maybe he might have like a professional email now that he doesn't use.
Well, I'm not gonna say it. I was about to read you the email.
Is it like one of those like goofy old ones that we all had, where it's like, let's get rid of the embarrassing email address now?
I'll just show you because he was a big Cleveland fan when he was like he loved Cleveland. That was his email.
That sounds like it would have been my email address back then. That's funny.
Yeah, so I'm stoked I found that, but now I'm terrified to like reach out.
Yeah, no, I would be too.
So I'm sure the email's probably no good anymore, but I wonder if that blog is still up.
What's the domain on it?
I don't know. I don't even.
Oh, that's a Japanese website. That's why. Okay, that makes sense.
But yeah, I need to text our friend Sir Alex Schaefer because he was just as close with him.
Yeah, no.
And we've talked about him so many times, and Oh man, now I'm like, I'm in my feels a little bit right now because I miss that kid so much, man. He would help me properly pronounce famous players from that. Like, the players that came over from Japan to.
I remember you talking about this, and you would correct, or not correct us, but like, you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
You would kind of like tell us the correct way to pronounce it too. You would kind of pass it along to us. I remember doing that.
The biggest one was always Sadaharu O. Player Sadaharu O. And it looks like it's pronounced like Sadahart, like, I don't know, you know how we Americanize it or whatever, but like his way of teaching was funny because he would just repeat it the right way every time and he was just until I got it right.
Yeah, it's just repetition.
Yeah,
eventually you'll get it.
And then I would get it right, and he was so proud of me. And then the next day I come in, and I'm like saying Sadaharu O, and he's like, like celebrating me.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's I've been watching. You know this, so for the audience, I usually just, because I have the TV at work, I just throw it on NFL Network during the season usually, and then during baseball season, I just throw it on MLB Network because there's usually something on that's like mildly entertaining, and I don't have to like keep changing the channel to something that's like respectable, because usually when I put it on movies, it ends up being like Texas Chainsaw Massacre comes on afterward. I'm like, probably shouldn't have this on at work, and then I got to change the channel all the time. But anyway, so I'll just throw it on. But like off-season NFL Network is pretty brutal, so I've been flipping to MLB Network. But the stuff that's been on lately is they've been showing these mini documentaries that are like recapping the old World Baseball Classics.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
It's a lot of like the Korean and then the Japanese teams. So I'm just hearing all these names and stuff. That's what that made me think of. All these names that like they'll say them and they're like, they sound like they're spot on. I'm like, I can't even reproduce the sounds that he just said.
Yeah.
Anyway, speaking of Japanese words we can't pronounce very well, that one was actually relevant. You probably didn't intend that to be that relevant, but was there something else you wanted to say before I?
No, I was just gonna make a comment on. It doesn't matter though. I was gonna make a comment on probably shouldn't have Texas Chainsaw Massacre on at work. I stopped caring what I have on at work. Like I just let South Park roll. And there was one I did have to change it because there was like a customer in there, and it was the Human Centipede episode. And of course it was the part where they fed him.
Yeah.
And it's just it was rough. I was like, oh my god, I can't change this soon enough.
Cuttlefish and asparagus or vanilla paste?
Vanilla paste.
That's so funny. Oh my god. Anyway, we got a serious topic. We got to talk about Pokemon. We have a bit of a history with Pokemon. Nothing super crazy. I made it sound really serious by saying it that way.
Yeah.
We have a history. No, I mean we were like dedicated. You had Pokemon cards. Yeah. I had your hand-me-down Pokemon cards.
And I didn't know how they worked.
No, we didn't.
Yeah.
I remember trying once at Grandma's.
Yeah, we tried
to play it, and we just didn't
couldn't
know how
compute.
to do it right.
Yeah, it just didn't compute. And I would trade them, and I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck I'm trading. So I'm sure I got swindled so many times. Like,
yeah.
And I probably thought I was getting I was like, oh my god, I got fucking,
yeah. I get this one that looks neat.
Yeah, I got Metapod, bitch.
Look at this Gyarados. Oh, that's like 1 in like 7 million. Cool. Great. Awesome. But it looks neat. I traded away this like gold foiled Charizard or something that's like one of only 3 in the world, but I got this neat looking Gyarados out of it. So
I got
I'm happy.
I got my cool Oddish hanging around.
Yeah. I hated that they would make ones that looked really neat. I don't know. They were like stylized a little better in the background where it like looked like they were in the wild or something. So there's like trees and it looks neat in the back and it looks like a special card. But then you find out it's like, no, this is just, they just put one of these in every pack. They just like, it was just a redesign or something. So like this is not very valuable at all, but it looks really cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And then we had
but the caveat here is we're excluding the big 4. I guess you could
for
say.
our purposes here, we're taking out the big ones, the big dogs, because like you're making a list of top 5s. Like you got the 3 starter Pokemon that are gonna, run the show, right. And then Pikachu is like the face of the franchise. So like, how do you compete with those guys?
And we're including their evolutions as a part of that.
Yeah, so the 3 starters, Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle. Also, we didn't mention, we're only doing Generation 1.
Yeah.
First generation, because we're old, and those are the only ones we remember that well. I do remember some Gen 2, because that was the game we had, too.
Yeah,
we had
Crystal.
Pokemon Crystal.
Yeah,
I say we because I just had everything you had. There was another one that was yours.
Yeah.
And I just played it sometimes.
I can't remember what the starter Pokemon were in that. I know...
It was Totodile was the water little alligator guy.
Yep.
I can never remember the grass one. It was like Chiquita or something. Chikorita. I was close with Chiquita.
And because I always started with Cyndaquil.
That
was my guy.
Yeah,
that was my guy all the time. Yeah. I always started with him. Gen 2, is that Gen 2?
Yeah, that's Gen 2.
Gen 2 had some pretty cool ones too.
Yeah, I almost considered doing Gen 2, like folding that one into this one, but that would have been really hard, and there's not a lot in there that I think would have overtaken the Gen 1.
Yeah, that's going to have to be his own episode, probably.
Yeah. There were some surprises for Gen 2, or surprises when I was going through this. I'm like, wait, what about them? But then I found out they were Gen 2, like Togepi.
Yeah.
Because Togepi was like a big part of the show.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's a Generation 2? That wasn't first gen? I was surprised. And a couple of they added like the baby Pokemon, which is weird. They added like the pre-generation, like Pichu. They added Pichu for Pikachu. Yep. And do you remember the one, he was like yellow and he had like the electrical prongs sticking out of his head? He looked like a plug, like an outlet.
Oh, yeah. What the fuck was his name?
He was like a Electra Kid or something like that. But apparently that they made that like the baby evolution of
Elekid.
Yeah. That evolves into Electabuzz, which is a Generation 1, but that guy is Generation 2. There's a lot of weird ones like that where they added them after the fact, which I thought was weird. Another weird thing, well, never mind. I'll mention that when we get to them because I'm sure they're going to come up. Anyway, so we should probably just get into our nominees, unless there's anything else you want to talk about before we get into it.
No, let's get into it before we're here.
Yeah, we're probably going to be talking forever. We mentioned, we're doing the starters, and then also we're excluding the starters' evolutions. So like Ivysaur, Venusaur, all those guys. Charizard. Specifically, Charizard was probably the big one, because that one, he's like next to Pikachu, Charizard is almost like the second face of the franchise. You see that on a lot of the cover art and like iconography, and what did I discuss? They're kind of like the Madden cover athlete of the original games.
Yeah.
Were the 4 or the 3 big ones, and then Pikachu was Pokemon Yellow randomly.
I think one of my favorite things about Pokemon is that they all when they talk, they just say their name. I love how goofy that is.
Mm-hmm. Pikachu is the only one that, like, I don't know. I say only one. I don't know if that's true or not, but Pikachu would like switch it up. Would just do like just part of the name,
Pika.
like Pika,
yeah,
Pika P,
yeah.
Or when he's like getting a real good like lightning blast going, Pika, like he's like about to sneeze on you. He's sneezing some lightning at you. Anyway, is Pikachu the main Pikachu, like Ash's Pikachu? Is that a boy or a girl? Do we know?
I don't know.
They do have genders, right?
Yeah.
I know specifically there's the ones like the Nidoran, where it's like they have a symbol because they just decided not to give them different names for the female version and the male version. That's a weird one,
okay,
too.
I can't ever say that
Canonically?
word. Canonically, Ash's Pikachu is male.
Okay. That's what I thought. I thought I remembered him saying, using he, him pronouns for Pikachu, but couldn't remember. Anyway, do you want to start? You want me to start?
Yeah. I can start.
I was going to say, that's not an answer. That wasn't a yes or no.
All right.
Oh, and also, because my first one is going to do this, we're going to kind of combine the evolution groups.
If we deem them worthy.
Okay.
Because not all
of them, but yeah, some of them I kind of combined a couple because I couldn't decide between a few. So we'll see when we get there.
All right, I'll bring it up. I'll just start with the easy one. Gyarados is in it for me.
Okay. Yeah.
Fucking
solid. Yeah.
Magical. Especially in the Pokemon movie.
Kind of a surprising first pick for you. I was because he's on my list. Not surprising that he's there. I'm just a little surprised that he's the first one you mentioned. Okay, first one, because I mentioned the groups. I have the Geodude class. So I had Geodude. I also was going to put Golem. I think either of those two could probably stand on their own.
See, I put Geodude. Okay, well, I put Geodude and Golem as my honorable mention. I didn't include,
really?
I didn't include Graveler because I don't ever remember seeing him, and he's weird.
Yeah, Graveler is strange. That is strange that it was always just Golem or
you never see
Geodude.
Graveler.
Graveler is there's kind of the mystery one in the middle. I feel like a lot of them are. They're almost like they have like middle child syndrome where they're like kind of awkward in the middle.
Yeah.
Like the final evolution is cool and like the basic one is like either cute or like kind of cool on its own or just like a little more iconic from like the show or whatever.
Well, I was reading,
but the middle one is weird.
I was reading like a bunch of their wiki articles, and a lot of these, like their third evolution is like they make them. They're more powerful, but they end up being smaller than the second evolution. So then the previous one, yeah. So like they'll grow and then shrink a little bit.
Interesting, yeah. Huh.
All right, my next one, my favorite Pokemon of all time, Eevee.
Really, that's your favorite?
Yes, I love Eevee so much because him, there.
That's another one. Some of these I feel like they just have to be male or female.
Eevee feels like a female.
Feels female. I think probably just because the name, like Eve is a name.
Yeah, and Eevee, to me, my main reason is it's the only Pokemon with 4 or more evolutions.
Yeah, that's cool. I was like that.
And I think all the evolutions are cool.
Yeah, they're all neat.
But
and I like that they're all like just like variants on a theme.
Yeah, and I picked out of the Gen 1 evolutions, I only picked one to pair it with Eevee, and that was Flareon.
Okay.
Flareon.
Flareon.
Flareon's my favorite one. Because you got Jolteon and
Vaporeon.
Vaporeon, yeah. But Eevee, Flareon, that's another one up there for me.
Yeah.
I have an Eevee shirt.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, speaking of shirts you've had, my next one is Gengar. That was like an every other day shirt for you. It was like you put it in the wash and like you're waiting on mom to clean it so you can put it on again.
It's funny you say that. I forgot all about that shirt.
Yeah.
Me and Trin were at Hot Topic the other day, and
You saw one?
There's a Gengar one. There's a couple Gengar ones.
It's a pretty popular one. I see it a lot.
And I was like, and then I saw my Eevee one, and I was like, all right, well,
so that's a recent purchase, the Eevee one. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I feel like I hadn't seen it, but yeah.
The Gengar one was cool because it was one of those that had Gengar, but like it had like Japanese writing on it.
Yeah.
I really thought about it, but I was like, there's Eevee. If Eevee wasn't there, Gengar was my guy.
Yeah. Is that the one you quote unquote accidentally wore for picture day once? Or was that a different shirt?
No, that was a Star Wars shirt.
Oh, okay. Okay. I think I associate because that was around the same time.
Yeah,
period.
It was a Phantom Menace shirt.
Yeah. Yeah, so I also included Ghastly because I think Ghastly's pretty cool too. That's another one. Haunter, never see Haunter.
You do a little bit in the original show, but it's not prominent.
I just realized the two that I've just nominated, they're kind of similar if you think about it. It's just like kind of like the ghost version of the rocks.
Yeah.
Because like Geodude is like a floating circle with arms. Ghastly doesn't have arms, but he's just a floating circle. Mm-hmm. And then like Graveler is like basically the same thing, but he's got like bigger arms, and like that's kind of what Haunter is. And then Golem is like kind of big and bulbous and like walks around.
Just the big boulder that walks.
And then that's kind of what Gengar is. It's just like a big like purple blob with like a big mouth.
Yeah, Golem's just like a boulder turtle.
Yeah. Boulder turtle. That's pretty accurate.
All right. So my turn.
Yep.
I've got the 3-man combo of Abra, Kadabra, and Alakazam.
Yeah, they were on my two. On my two. They're on my two.
I don't know. I love the psychic abilities, and they're so powerful too. Like, because I think Kadabra and Alakazam they use spoons. They just hold spoons.
Yeah, I just thought that was so funny. Yeah. That's just like part of them. Yeah. They just have spoons.
They just hold spoons for no reason.
They just like come out of the womb. Spoons. Yeah. Spoons in hand. Yeah, I always thought that was funny. Like whenever Pokemon had like props, like, Farfetch'd, the little like duck guy that's just got like a twig.
Yeah.
It's like, where's that twig come from? He
Yeah.
just like, I think I read like on like the back of a Pokemon card or something, or at some point, I don't maybe a Pokédex entry or whatever a while ago, that they have to like find it, like after they're born, after they hatch out, like they find a stick to carry around with them. So they're not born with that one. They got to go find a stick. And now they're Farfetch'd once they get their stick.
Going back, you said Pokédex. Going back to Eevee as my favorite, my girlfriend got me for Christmas a Pokédex Lego set.
Yeah.
And it comes with 4 like Pokemon plates.
Oh, that you can like
interchange it. Yeah. And it's the big 3 and Eevee.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And
I
was
Eevee is like, it kind of became one of the like poster child ones. Like, I don't know how to say that, but you know what I mean?
Yeah. And I was like, oh, Eevee immediately. I mean, that's who's displayed out there right now. Like,
yeah, like I see that a lot where it's like Pikachu, the 3 starters, and like Eevee will be thrown in there too. It's like, I feel like Eevee kind of gained popularity later. Because I don't remember it being super popular when I was a kid.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I have a coloring book, a Pokemon coloring book, and Eevee's on the cover of that too.
Yeah.
It's like this big, I think it's probably the same. It's probably Pikachu, the big 3, and then Eevee.
Yeah.
And I just thought that was kind of strange. But cool. Yeah, that's interesting that you mentioned the same thing. Kind of like the rock version of Gyarados. I'm going with Onix.
Oh, that was going to be my next nominee. Yeah. I love Onix, dude. He's just a giant rock snake.
Yeah, big rock snake. Awesome.
That was Brock's
so cool.
first Pokemon.
That was his first one?
It was his first and most powerful, is what I read, at least.
That's so weird. How do you just like, can you imagine?
I think God, what's the lore on him? Let me look it up.
Can you imagine just like walking through the woods one day and there's just this giant rock snake and your plan is to throw a Pokeball at it? That thing it's like 20 feet tall when it stands up, or like slithers up, I guess. I don't know, straightens itself. It's those things huge.
Here's the lore. Brock received an Onix from his father Flint. Funny enough.
Yeah.
On his 10th birthday, as seen in a flashback in one of the episodes. Onix was Brock's first Pokemon and has consistently been his most powerful as well.
Yeah. I remember when they meet Brock in the show, and Ash has to figure out how to beat his giant Onix with like a Squirtle or something.
Man, this is going to make me want to watch this show.
I know.
Again. God damn it.
I forgot like how much of that show I watched. Like I was going through this, like, man, I like know the lore. Like that episode. I remember the episode when they meet Brock.
A long time ago, I started rewatching on like Netflix or something. When
really?
It was on, and I'm like, God, I remember all this stuff.
Yeah.
Like I was thinking, maybe I haven't watched it in so long that it'll be like I'm watching a new show again.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I remember this. I remember this
that,
episode. Yep. No, this sucked. This sad. Yep. I remember everything.
Yeah. The movies, too, were so good. I was thinking about a lot of the movies.
My next one, I'm going to go with Growlithe and Arcanine.
Yeah, I'm glad you said it. I like being an adult looking at the Pokemon names, because as a kid, it's just like some of them you can pick out, like Mankey. It's like, oh, wow, that's real clever. It's just like a monkey. Let's just change one letter. It's Mankey now. Or like Primeape, the evolution. It's like, oh, you can see where they went with that one. But like, Arcanine, like arcane is a word I know now as an adult, so that like adds like an extra layer to it. So some of these are fun.
I mean, they really thought outside the box with Abracadabra, Alakazam. Like, come on.
As a kid, cleverest thing ever. I was like, man, that's a cool name. Those guys are thinking. That's awesome. Yeah. Or this next one, Snorlax.
Yep.
Where'd you come up with that one, guys? Snorlax. Not as gung-ho about this one, but I think it's just like another iconic one. Everybody knows Snorlax.
Well, everybody remembers the scene where he's blocking the road, or in the game, he's even doing it in the game.
Yeah, you gotta figure out how to get past the Snorlax. Just iconic dude. I don't know what the words are happening.
I don't either.
Sounds.
I'll just go next to mine. I'll go to my next one.
I'll just go next to mine.
Yeah. Apparently,
we're both short-circuiting here.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
Apparently, I just love majestic Pokemon, because my next one is Vulpix and Ninetales.
Okay, yeah, that was a late cut for me. I really like them too.
I always remember at Ninetales, it just looks so fucking cool.
Yeah.
So cool. It's like a beautiful white horse with literally 9 tails. Like,
isn't it a fox? It's not a horse.
That's what I meant. I meant a fox.
Yeah.
That's what I meant.
They're fire Pokemon, right?
Yeah.
Vulpix, yeah. Yeah, I always liked them. I always thought they were cool. Okay, so where does that leave us? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I mean,
7,
I got
9. That leaves us 9.
I got 2 more.
We still got a couple. Another one I always thought was cool, Scyther.
Damn it! I really wish I would have put him on my list. It was a late cut for me.
Yeah.
And I probably should have taken like Abracadabra Alakazam out for him, but I always thought Scyther was the coolest looking Pokemon.
Yeah, it's neat. It's sweet.
I think the reason I kept him off is because I only remember him in like one episode.
Yeah. Is it the one where they're like sledding?
I can't remember what episode it is, but
there's a couple of, there's one, I don't remember any of the rest of the plot of the episode. I remember they're like going down in like toboggans almost, and it's like a race. Ash is racing with somebody else, but they're using their Pokemon to help them. Mm-hmm. And the other guy has a Scyther, and he's using like the Scyther. He's like using him to like steer. He's like puts his little like blades in the ground to like steer.
That's cool.
And then Ash is trying to do that with Bulbasaur, using his little vine whip thing to try to help steer, but it doesn't go well, and they lose.
I just remember, I can't remember. Because when I looked through the list, I'm like, oh yeah, Scyther, yeah, all the way. Immediately was on my nominee.
Mm-hmm. My nominee.
I do think I do that every episode.
Yeah.
He was immediately on my nominee list, right? And then I was like, oh man, but I only remember him from one episode. Like, he's cool. Yeah, he's like the coolest he's like the coolest one.
That's kind of how I went. I just went by because he just like looks cool to me.
Yeah.
I just thought he was a sweet looking.
All right, you're probably not gonna. I don't know if you'll agree with this one, but Butterfree.
I mean, I'm not going to say I didn't consider Butterfree.
And it's really just because of how prominent and how emotional that storyline is.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Where he has to let him go because he finds
like a mate, right?
He finds a mate, and because he finds like a colony.
Yeah.
And then he finds a mate.
Yeah, and they do that like mating dance.
Yeah.
And this guy, yeah.
And he had to say goodbye to him, and I was like, I remember watching as an adult, and I fucking got choked up. I'm like, yeah, it's so emotional. That's why
that is true.
That is it. I don't know. It hit me right in those feels, man. And that was too hard. That was just too hard for me to keep it off the list.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm not. It's not on my list, but I am with you. I agree with you there. I
have one more, and I'm surprised you haven't said them.
I'm curious what it is. It might just be these. Well, I'll do one. Maybe you can do the other one. I got Mew.
There we go. Okay. There it was. Yep.
Yeah, I was kind of saving them. Surprising one. I didn't realize because, like we said, they're numbered. Mew is after Mewtwo. Mewtwo is 150. Mew is 151.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense to me. Mewtwo should be after Mew because it's Mewtwo. It's the sequel. Like I get because Mew is supposed to be like this legendary Pokemon or whatever, and then like Mewtwo is like the weird mutation. But like, what? And was it like a thing where it was like an unlockable one afterward or something? Because I think didn't it start as a card game?
Yeah, I think so.
So I don't know. I don't know where they came, because it would make sense to stop at 150 instead of going to 151. Yeah. But I don't know, for whatever reason. And I could have sworn Mew was 150 and Mewtwo was like the unlockable one, because that was like the weird, like scary version of Mew.
Yeah, that was my final one, was Mewtwo.
Yeah. So I just kept them separate. I think we can nominate both of them because they're both pretty iconic in and of themselves. I'll see how you feel about the one. Actually, both of these are kind of questionable. I have Ditto, the little pink blob that like mimics the other Pokemon.
Yeah.
I always thought that power was cool, even though it was kind of lame. Even though, like, whenever you run into one, it's like, oh, come on, fucking Ditto. But I always thought that power was cool, that he could just like mimic another Pokemon. I thought that was neat. but he'd always just had like the stupid derpy Ditto face.
Yeah.
But with the regular Pokemon
I kind of forgot
body.
about that. Yeah, I would have considered him. I kind of, yeah.
And then the only one, there you go, getting too excited again. The only other one I had, Jigglypuff.
Yeah, he's iconic.
Yeah. Just like
Especially in Smash Bros.
pretty
lore.
lame. Yeah, Smash Bros. Yeah. Like if you can use Jigglypuff right, you're unstoppable.
Mm-hmm.
And also pretty important in the show too. It had like a pretty long story arc, or
Yeah.
storyline at least,
Yeah.
involving Jigglypuff and then Wigglytuff. Does Wigglytuff sing, or does Wigglytuff have like a different talent?
I don't know.
Maybe Wigglytuff is like does ballet or something. That freaking song gets stuck in my head.
I know.
Just Jigglypuff over and over again.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like not even that catchy. It's just in my head. It's just living in there forever. But yeah, I think that's the last one I had. Anything else that we missed that you need to put in there?
Nope. We said it all.
Alrighty. We will come back in a minute and then get down to business. Knocking some of these guys out. Tearing a little piece of our heart out with them. All right, we're back and we got our honorable mentions, our late cuts. Who didn't make it?
Let's just, I'll try to make this as quick as possible.
Yeah.
Do you remember Dragonite?
Yeah.
That one was pretty cool.
I always liked that one.
I remember having like a figurine.
Yeah.
They were like, it's
Was that the one that was like a bouncy ball, but it had like the little mini figure of him inside
you're
it?
right. Yeah. That's right.
It was like a clear
Yeah.
bouncy ball.
Yeah, and a Dragonite inside of it. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah. I forgot how many toys we had.
I know.
Like I was thinking about the Gollum one.
I had a Gollum one too.
It was like a top.
Yeah.
You like spun the little thing and you would sit it up and it would spin.
Yeah, something like yeah.
Yeah. Sweet.
I wrote that too. I was like, I remember having a Gollum toy.
Mm-hmm.
I got Sandshrew / Sandslash.
Yeah, I almost nominated
Oh,
Sandslash. I like Sandslash.
Yeah, that was.
I always
cool.
thought he was cool.
You have him in your list, but I Geodude and Geodude.
Dude. So you didn't nominate Gollum?
No,
I thought you would. I figured he'd be in there.
it was kind of like, I don't know. It was kind of like Scyther. I like Gollum, but I don't really remember him much.
Yeah,
I remember a few episodes of him, but like I don't remember anything prominent.
Yeah. See, I wasn't going specifically by the show. I was just going kind of generally.
Yeah, I know.
That's another thing.
Me
I guess.
too, but even in pop culture, not really.
You don't really see him.
Yeah.
I think I just thought he was cool.
I mean, he's cool. Don't get me wrong. Like all these guys are cool, honestly. But
Yeah, Geodude, I think you see more than any of the other ones.
yeah.
Gollum doesn't seem like he would be the final evolution of those two. Like the first two make perfect sense. I feel like they just like made another rock one and there's like, let's just throw it in with them.
Yeah. I've got Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan.
Yeah, that's a good one.
They're so goofy looking. They're just like kickboxing like torsos.
Yeah,
Like, it's so goofy.
because the one has like boxing gloves, right?
Yeah, I think.
And then the
that's-
other one is just like a body and legs.
Yeah, Hitmonlee is like the kickboxer because he's got like his legs taped up.
Yeah,
And then
can I see the?
Yeah, Hitmonchan
what's the-
is the boxer with like the Groot haircut.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't remember. For whatever reason, I don't remember Hitmonlee having arms.
Honestly, I
thought it was just
thought
a
you were right,
torso
too, yeah.
and
I thought it was
legs.
just a kickboxing torso.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got Meowth,
Okay. Yeah, that's another one. Like kind of a lame Pokemon by himself, but
but
because of being like the mascot for
Team Rocket.
Team Rocket.
Yeah, I almost put him in my list, but or
Did
my
they
nominee.
I assume they did, but do they ever explain why he can talk?
I don't know.
Because not every mouth can talk, just that one.
Yeah, is it just like Brian the dog?
Yeah, I feel like it might
Like
be.
it's just-
I feel like there was an episode where they kind of explain it.
Yeah,
but,
I don't know.
yeah.
Anyways, moving on. I got Beedrill. I think he evolves from
That's Weedle and
Weedle. Yeah,
Kakuna,
yeah.
which another one I have an issue with. Bees don't come from cocoons
They do in Pokemon.
in
world.
Pokemon. Like Butterfree makes sense because it starts with a caterpillar and then goes to a metapod, which is like a chrysalis, and then butterfly. Makes perfect sense. And then we do like another kind of worm / caterpillar thing in Weedle, and then it goes to Kakuna. It's like, why is it not a moth? No, it's a bee with like spike hands.
Fucking cool though.
Yeah, it is pretty cool.
This one
That's another one. Imagine finding that in the wild.
I know.
This giant bee with spike hands.
I
flying
remember.
at you.
Okay, moving on. I remember liking this one a lot, and I almost considered him, but Rhyhorn and Rhydon.
Yeah, I remember that one too. That was another. That's in my list here too.
Next one, Kangaskhan.
Mm-hmm.
I just like a kangaroo looking
Yeah.
weird kangaroo thing.
Yeah, always had a Joey.
Yeah.
But like that's not the evolution. That's just like this is just the Pokemon. It just has a Joey.
Always has a Joey. Yeah. Okay, the next one. I think these were. I think this was Misty's Pokemon, but Staryu and Starmie.
Yeah.
Those were like for just like a fucking starfish. Those things were
Yeah.
really good Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
I got Hypno.
Hypno. Yeah. What's the other one? Drowsy.
Yeah, I didn't like
Looks
that
like
one.
an anteater.
Yeah. This one, another one, hard one to lead off. I got Ponyta and Rapidash. That was what I was thinking of when I said horse earlier. I was thinking of Ponyta and Rapidash, but
Yeah, I thought those were cool too.
Rapidash with like just a flaming mane. Like,
yeah,
that's
that's
so cool.
such an awesome look.
Yeah, it's such a cool visual. And then I got another one that it's so funny when they just say their name and they're. But I got Ekans and Arbok, which is literally just snake and cobra backwards.
Yeah.
Ekans. Arbok. It's like Arbok. So goofy.
Yeah, I always thought those were cool.
Those
too.
were another Pokemon that Team Rocket had, right?
Yeah.
So they had that, and like
I think
Weezy.
that was Jesse. Jesse, I think, had Ekans and Arbok, and then what was the other guy's name? Jesse and somebody. I don't know why I remember her name.
Yeah. They were goofy, and the name backwards is kind of cool, but
yeah, and then he had coughing and then wheezing.
Coughing and wheezing. There we go. Yeah, and then my last
those are another ones I had nominated were coughing and wheezing.
Last ones I got Snorlax and Scyther.
Gotcha. I had just because I wanted to mention this again, but I have Porygon again, just because it's just a weird looking thing.
Yeah.
Like who came up with this one?
Just
like all of them are just animals, and then randomly just like this like shape,
just block duck.
Yeah, black duck. And then it reminds me of like the cyber cuck guys. Wait, did I say that? Lapras, the big like.
I just got that. I didn't like fully process what you said.
You know, Lapras, like the big, looks like a big like sea monster almost, like a big like, but it's got like a big shell. It's a blue water Pokemon, but it's like big. It's a big water Pokemon.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I always thought that was a cool one.
Yeah, it was like
another one was like gigantic.
Yeah, like a Nessie almost.
Yeah, like Nessie with like a big turtle shell.
Yeah.
Or like a big spiky turtle shell.
Yeah.
I have Diglett and Doug Trio. Just another one that's just like everybody knows that one.
Yeah.
And then kind of similar with the coughing and wheezing, I have Grimer and Muck, just like a pile of slime. It's like, what are you again? Just a slime, a real, just an animated slime pile. That's really about all I had, I think.
Yeah, I'm looking through the first gen stuff here that we didn't put. Like Mr. Mime.
Yeah, another one that's like super iconic. Everybody knows Mr. Mime.
And Jinx.
I have no idea what that thing does. What does Mr. Mime do? Imagine finding a Mr. Mime just walking through the woods. That thing's just like, looks like a dude just dressed like a dude just walking out of the Renaissance fair. No, that's like an animal in your world. You can throw a Pokeball at that guy from the Renaissance fair and just trap him in a Pokeball, use him in battles.
I'm really surprised neither one of us said Articuno.
I almost put some of them in there, but
they're like the bird versions of Eevee, honestly.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah,
Zapdos and Moltres, but
I always thought they were cool.
Voltorb was pretty cool. I always remember.
He was. I didn't mention him, but he was on my honorable mention list.
Bellsprout.
Those guys are so lame. The freaking plant ones.
Machoke, and Machamp.
Yeah, those were good too. I like that just part of them is like a championship belt.
Yeah.
They're just like part of their skin.
And I like how the evolution from Machoke to Machamp is nothing. He just adds 2 arms.
Yeah, he's got 2 more arms. Yeah, it's like a kid version and then like an adult version and then just the same adult, but now he's got 4 arms. Poliwrath, the Poliwag or Poliwag, Poliwhirl, and Poliwrath.
Yeah,
I always thought those were cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Cubone. It's like a little like I don't even know what kind of creature he is, but he's got a skull on his head.
Yep.
That's all I know. And he swings a bone around. Thing's pretty cool.
All
and then
right.
like his evolution is just like a meaner version.
Yeah.
He just looks like slightly meaner, slightly bigger, slightly meaner. That's it. That's all you got to do. Marowak.
All right. Somehow we got to pick a top 5 out of these.
Yeah. Let's do no doubters first, I guess. Do we have any no doubters? Like, don't even have to argue.
I mean, Eevee for me.
Yeah.
Probably.
Man, there really aren't that many
Yeah.
that are like no doubt.
I would say Mew or Mewtwo.
Do you think Mew or Mewtwo?
Yeah,
So that's what I think. I think both of them kind of have an argument that they could both be no doubters, but like I almost want to pick both of them.
So I really only remember Mewtwo from the movie, but
Yeah.
I know he's in other media. No, so what I was reading about Mew was that Mew was the very first Pokemon trademark.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which I would have thought it would have been Pikachu or whatever.
Yeah.
That's what I read on the Pokemon wiki page.
Maybe that's why it's like they made it like this like legendary Pokemon.
Yeah.
I think that's why it's 151, because it was like 150 Pokemon and then they added this like secret one that was 151, and that's Mew. I'm with you there. I think Mew probably is a no doubter. The stat line for Mew is to hundreds all the way across.
Oh yeah.
It's not, because it's not out of 100, but 100 is still pretty powerful. So yeah, I'm with you. I think Mew is probably a no doubter.
As far as no doubters, man, I don't know. Maybe Gengar, just because he's pretty popular and iconic right now. But I don't know if he's a no doubter. Gyarados is pretty famous.
Gyarados is pretty well known. I think I'm with you with Eevee too. Because like we said, I think Eevee gained a lot of popularity, and it's kind of like the next one after the starters.
Yeah.
Pikachu and the starters, and like Eevee's kind of the next one.
And if it didn't have so many cool evolutions,
I think that's Eevee by itself. Nothing really special. It's basically it's just like a normal type Pokemon, right?
Yeah.
I don't think it doesn't really have any special anything.
And what I love about Eevee is like it depends. There's so many variables about what it can evolve to.
Like what cause it or what?
Like a certain time of day, if it's nighttime, if it's daytime, if it's happy, if it's mad, if it's like there's so many variables.
Yeah.
And it doesn't go from like point A to B to C to, it's like point A to this one, point A to this one. Like it's you either get this evolution or you get this one, depending.
Yeah.
Like you don't
and that's
build up to it, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't really see that from any other ones. I think there's something I think there's something so cool about that.
Yeah, I think that's cool. And I don't know if you have it listed there. I know in the original, the first generation, there was only 3 evolutions, but I know they added a bunch later. Do you know how many there are total?
So Eevee can evolve into 8 different Pokemon.
8. Okay, yeah.
You've got Vaporeon, Jolteon, Flareon, Umbreon, that's the black one I think you're thinking of. Leafeon, Sylveon, Glaceon, and Espeon.
Is that the pink one?
Yeah.
Is that like a...
It's probably a psychic.
Psychic?
Yeah,
okay.
it's psychic, yeah.
What's the black one?
It's dark, just as
Oh,
dark.
just dark. I forgot they have like dark Pokemon. I don't really know what that means, but I know that's a class. Yeah. That's cool.
And obviously Glaceon is
like an
ice.
yeah.
Leafeon is... I don't know what Sylveon is. It doesn't say, but... Fairy. It's a fairy Pokemon.
That makes sense. Okay. I think Eevee and Mew are probably locks already. Gengar's pretty close. Do you want to just separate Gengar just by itself? Because I had Ghastly and like the whole crew.
That's fine, yeah.
I think we could probably separate Gengar just on his own.
I think we should probably take out... Let's move on to ones that we can take out. I am probably good with taking out Abracadabra Alakazam.
Yeah,
but
it's a good nominee. I think it just doesn't quite have...
I do have some cool facts about him, though.
Okay.
Abra has the highest special attack among all unevolved Pokemon.
That makes sense.
And then Alakazam, the final form, is the only Pokemon with a confirmed IQ, surpassing the smartest person on the planet more than 20 times. From what I read, what it said was it's approximately 5,000. I honestly don't know how accurate that is. I know it's just Pokemon, so who really cares if it's accurate? Yeah. But like that, I thought those were pretty cool. But like, yeah, we could probably take them out. I don't know. I know one of Growlithe and Vulpix we can take out.
Man, yeah, that's true. Because I like both of them for similar reasons.
I just remember Growlithe more, and I think Growlithe's a little cooler.
Yeah, I always liked the look of Growlithe and Arcanine.
But I do have some cool
But I do remember liking Vulpix and Ninetales.
So, we taking Vulpix and Ninetales out?
Yeah, I think so.
I do have some cool facts about them, too, though.
Okay. They're a little, like, parting gift.
Yeah.
Their little consolation prize as we get to talk about them for a minute.
Ninetales is one of the few Pokemon that can live for over 100 years.
Really?
I read that, and then I got immediately sad thinking that Pokemon can die.
Have we ever seen an old Pokemon?
I don't know.
Just like a wrinkly old Pikachu.
I just assume they just stay the same, and then they just
They
die.
just like fall over.
Yeah. It makes me sad thinking Pokemon die, honestly.
Yeah, it does.
I kind of didn't know that.
I mean, it makes sense, I guess.
It does, but it's still sad. Like, but
yeah,
they're Pokemon. Live forever.
Live forever, like vaporized into this Pokeball.
That's true.
I never understood how that worked. At least Digimon kind of explained it because they're digital. They just get zapped into this little digital thing. But Pokemon is like, this is a living creature, and we just like turned it into like a red electricity that goes into this ball.
Digimon was so cool. We watched that religiously.
Yeah, we watched that one a lot. Those creatures were not nearly as iconic as the Pokemon, but they really tried.
Yeah, I'll give them credit. They tried. They tried very hard. All right, so we've got Mew and Eevee in.
Yep.
And what are yours?
I had Scyther, Ditto, Snorlax, Jigglypuff, Geodude, and Golem.
I almost think Jigglypuff's a no-doubter. It's so fucking popular.
Outside of Smash Bros, though,
yeah,
pretty lame. But also, it's pretty iconic.
It's also one of those you put in a lineup, people are going to know.
Yeah, just about everybody knows Jigglypuff and could probably hum the song, or at least is familiar with it from Smash Bros or something. Another one that I wanted to put in, but is just so lame by itself. Remember Psyduck?
I do.
Such a dumb.
He always had like a migraine.
He had
or
like
something.
a headache. Yeah. He was another one, kind of like Jigglypuff, where like if you could figure out how to use it,
yeah,
it was like super powerful.
Was that another one of Misty's?
Yeah, she would always use it, and then it would just like fuck everything up.
Yeah,
like it was completely useless. But then I think there's like one episode because it's a psychic Pokemon.
Yeah.
So like I think once it like actually is able to like channel its powers and not just get a headache and walk away, it was like super powerful.
Yeah.
But anyway, what were we talking about? I mentioned Psyduck. Oh, we were talking about Jigglypuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I think it kind of has to be. It's just one of those. It's like you kind of go back and forth. Like, would I want a Jigglypuff? Probably not. But it is like pretty iconic.
Yeah,
it's kind of hard to argue.
I'm trying to think if I was a Pokemon master, which Pokemon I would want to have in my Pokedex.
Yeah, probably not Jigglypuff, but like it's pretty cool power that just singing a song can put everybody to sleep, or like blast them off the screen in Smash Bros. I'm leaning toward in, but we might have to come back to that one. I think we can probably get rid of Ditto. Cool power, kind of just like also just kind of a lame Pokemon overall though, but kind of a neat power that it can imitate you.
Sorry, my chair just like went all the way down for no reason.
Oh, really?
It's so weird. I was like, why is my mic like above my face?
I didn't even notice. I was looking down here and then I saw you like wiggling around. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, no.
I didn't realize you were on the ground.
I moved over because I'm readjusting, so I moved my mic, and then all of a sudden I look up and my mic's like at my forehead. I'm like, what is that? And
Growlithe versus Snorlax. Snorlax has a pretty memorable
but that's it.
scene.
But that's it though.
Yeah.
It is
what does Snorlax do? Other than just like be big?
And sleep. I don't know. Yeah.
Does he do anything? I feel like I only ever see him just sleeping.
Let me look, because I don't know if he has any powers or not.
I think I looked and like I didn't look at like the power set, but I think he had like really high defense or something, or really high health, but like not very much attack or anything, but just had like really high health points.
Tackle, defense curl, amnesia, lick, chip away, yawn, body slam, but that's when you get to higher levels.
Yeah, but otherwise it just kind of like it's just like a big lump in the road.
Yeah.
I feel like it's like a well-known one. But just like other than that, it's like it doesn't really do much.
Yeah.
Versus Growlithe, which is like probably not quite as known as Snorlax, but is also cooler. That's kind of why I was kind of pairing those two. I don't really like Snorlax as much, so maybe I'll just get rid of that one. Maybe that's an easy way to get rid of it.
You just debated yourself on that one.
Yeah. Okay. I was going to say sell me on Butterfree, but you already really did it. So, not like the most powerful thing in the world, but that scene. It's burned in my brain. I remember it. And I was young when we watched
How is it that I'm so emotionally connected to a fucking butterfly?
Yeah.
Like a Pokemon.
A butterfly Pokemon.
Yeah, like...
People know that one, too. It's a really well-known Pokemon,
I'll think of that scene, and then I'll be like, man, I hope he's doing well. I hope they're still together.
Wasn't the other one, like, red? Wasn't it, like, a red Butterfree?
I thought it was just a different tint of, like, purple. Or
maybe. Maybe it was, like, a
darker
like
or
a slightly redder...
Or, yeah.
Like a pinkish purple. Butterfree's girlfriend.
Yeah.
We can probably get rid of Scyther, too, for what we already said.
Yeah, he's just not...
It's cool, but, like...
He should have been
doesn't
in it
really
more.
remember...
Yeah, he should have been in it way more.
Yeah, don't really remember much of him, but he's cool looking.
Oh, you know what? You were right. His little girlfriend was pink.
Oh, really? Okay, cool.
And I love the little hands he has. The little
the little, like...
The little hands that are just like...
Yeah. Definitely went heavy on the cute factor with Butterfree.
Yeah, man. Like
those big eyes, and they're always, like, doing the little wiggle.
Mm-hmm. I want to watch that episode.
I know. I gotta pull it up. I just
want to fire it up on this TV right now. Like,
going through this, I had forgotten like how important, I guess, Pokemon was to my childhood.
Yeah, I know.
I had kind of forgot because you grow up and you think it's lame eventually. Like eventually you get old enough and you're like, Pokemon, that's like lame. That's for dorks. That's for nerds.
And then you get even older and you're like, I'm back into it.
Yeah, it's like, man,
this is cool shit.
Like when Pokemon Go came out.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it was so fun. And I was like, yeah, going back through all those memories of that was just really cool for that like summer.
Yeah.
When I was really into it. But yeah, and then I still kind of just forgot about it. You know, would think about it here and there. And like, obviously I got a Pokemon coloring book a while ago, but now I'm like digging through and like, man, these are all just like really cool. And I want to dig through all the lore and like you were doing, looking at all the like backstories for all these all the Pokemon and everything.
Lego just came out with a new like Blastoise, Charizard, and Venusaur.
Yeah.
Like a 3-piece, like it's one set, but it's like they're all standing together.
Mm.
Man, it looks so cool. They like I get so impressed with Lego builders. Like,
yeah, that's a real Lego?
Yeah,
one?
it just came out like a couple months ago.
That's cool,
but it's like $600.
Oh, I'm sure.
Like that. No.
Are they? How big are they?
I mean, it's a decent size. I mean, it's
is that each one the size you just did, or is that
overall,
the whole set?
Overall,
okay.
Yeah, I think overall it's about the size of our laptops here. Like tall wise.
Yeah, that makes sense. That it'd be 600. But moving on.
So Butterfree's in.
I don't know yet. I'm leaning toward that one, but I don't know if I'm just going emotional.
That's kind of what I was worried about.
There.
I'm like, is it just an emotional pick or not?
Yeah, because I'm looking at some of these other ones. I'm like, man, these other ones are pretty good too.
But like he has emotional scenes. I mean, and I know that we're excluding him, but he has emotional scenes with Pikachu.
Yeah,
but they don't stick out in my mind like Butterfree does. You know what I mean? Like, and then there's a scene where he had a Charmander and he evolved him.
Mm-hmm.
To Charmeleon, and it kind of went wrong because he was like he had like a strong bond with his Charmander.
Yeah, because he was like debating whether or not to evolve them.
Actually do it, but they, because it's like you got to do it because it's like good for them to evolve them if they're ready. And then he did it because he was doing what was best for the Pokemon, and then he lost that bond because when you evolve,
they like reset.
You got to like rebuild that bond and. Again, I mean, it's a good emotional storyline, but like, doesn't stick in my mind like Butterfree does.
The Butterfree one is iconic. That's another one we'll have to come back to. We'll hold on to Jigglypuff and Butterfree. How do you feel about the Geodude, the Rock people? How about the Rock people? Geodude, I think on his own is pretty iconic. I love Gollum. I just think he was cool.
Yeah,
but I think you're right. I don't think he's as iconic as I remember him being. I think. Part of it is having that toy for us. Yeah. But I don't really remember him being part of the show that much. I feel like there was an episode where there was like a volcano or something and he was like rolling down a volcano or something. I don't really remember exactly what was happening, but there's something involved.
That is a funny visual. Yeah, I remember like 1 or 2 episodes with him in it, so I don't remember a lot with him, but
yeah, Brock had a Geodude too, right?
Yeah.
So I remember Geodude being involved in the show.
He was very big into rock Pokemon.
Yeah, that's why his name's Brock. He was like the rock guy, and his dad's name was Flint.
Yeah, I didn't. Oh. I feel so dumb when I just like, oh my god, yeah, you're right. I didn't even put that together.
And Misty is the water.
Water, yeah.
I remember he was in a fight. He like put him in a fight, like a boxing match, basically. And they're like, you better throw in the towel because I think he was fighting like a Hitmonlee or something, one of those two. And he's like, he's gonna turn your Geodude into rubble or into gravel. So yeah. Anyway, you might be right. It might not be. I feel like as a group, maybe they have a little more strength. I don't think Geodude or Golem. Definitely not Golem. I think Geodude is probably the strongest of the 3. And then probably also not strong enough to make the top 5. So I might be okay getting rid of them. Sell me on Gyarados. He was one of my nominees, but I want you to talk.
I remember him from the show, obviously.
Yeah.
I remember him most from the movie. And I remember seeing him in the movie just thinking how magical he was. You know?
Yeah, it's cool.
And also the fact that he evolves from a fucking Magikarp.
Oh yeah, the most useless
the
Pokemon.
Dumbest Pokemon out there.
Yeah.
He evolves from just a stupid fish, a stupid goldfish, into that beautiful creature.
Imagine the patience you'd have to evolve a Magikarp into a Gyarados.
Yeah.
Like, the payoff is incredible, because it's like a pretty strong Pokemon. But the Magikarp is literally, like, the only thing it can do is just, like, harden, so then you can't beat it.
And the fact of what...
That's all it does.
The fact of what it evolves into, too, is, like, that beautiful, magical, like, sea dragon, and its fangs can, like, crush stone, and his scales are, like, harder than steel.
Yeah.
And it's, like, impossible to beat him. But... yeah, because there's that scene in that movie at the very beginning when they're going to the tournament, and they're on the water, and I think like it's kind of like the Jurassic Park scene where you know he's down there,
yeah,
and then he just pops up and appears. Yeah, it's so cool.
I really like yours, and I think the coming from the Magikarp is so impressive to me that anybody could evolve that guy into. Imagine using a Magikarp long enough that it can evolve. Like, I can't imagine.
I don't know.
Patience.
Yeah, you'd have to fight other Magikarp.
Yeah,
that's the only thing you could do.
Or just like you throw a Magikarp in there just to like get a couple of points, and then you take him out and put somebody good in.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I imagine the patience for that. I don't know. It's a wild. Gengar, I think, is in. Onix would be the only one we haven't really talked about.
If I had to choose between Onix and Gyarados,
because that's what I was thinking. They're pretty similar. It's a tough one.
Oh man,
Onix is really cool. Gyarados might be a little more like well known.
And I think if I had to choose, I'd probably go with Gyarados.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it might be just a half tick more famous, more iconic.
Yeah. Although the rock snake is so cool though.
Yeah, that's just a cool concept. Just a big rock serpent with a big like rock horn on his head. But yeah, I think you're right. I think Gyarados is probably just a half step ahead of him. So we're down to Gengar, Gyarados, Mewtwo, Jigglypuff, Growlithe / Arcanine, and Butterfree. Just going through that list, I think Growlithe is out.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
So,
well, I do have some parting facts about Growlithe here in Arcanine.
On your way out.
A Build-A-Bear of plush of Growlithe was released in March of 2023.
Ooh, okay.
When I read that, I was like, I need to find this Build-A-Bear, and I need to go there right now.
Can you imagine a Build-A-Bear of Onix?
You'd have to make it like you make those sausages in cartoons.
Yeah, you'd have to twist it off like you're making a balloon animal.
And then this is just word for word what it said. It said, although its species is known as a legendary Pokemon, quote unquote, it is not considered a legendary Pokemon by modern media. I don't really know what that means, but I'm going to just stick with the first part that it's technically a legendary Pokemon.
I wonder if it's like lowercase L legendary. We would call it a legendary Pokemon, but it's not like canon legendary, like capital L legendary.
Yeah.
Like Pikachu, we would consider that's like a legendary, or like Charizard or something. It's like pretty legendary, but so I wonder if maybe that's what they mean there. But okay, so we have 2 that are in, Mew and Eevee. We got 5 left to get down to 3. So we got to eliminate 2 of these: Gengar, Gyarados, Mewtwo, Jigglypuff, and Butterfree. Of those, gut reaction, I'm almost leaning toward Mewtwo getting out.
I was gonna say Jigglypuff.
Okay. Why Butterfree over Jigglypuff?
Because when I hear that song from Jigglypuff, I want to punch it in its pink head.
You can't. You're asleep.
That's when I release my Mr. Mime to keep me awake.
Yeah. Go, Mr. Mime. Can you imagine? God, such a weird Pokemon. Who came up with that one?
Oh God, yeah, no.
Where were we? Oh, Jigglypuff. I think Jigglypuff, the iconicism. I don't know. I made that word up.
Is it iconography? Iconography. Yeah.
It's not really what I was going for, but same idea.
It's iconic.
Just the fact that it's iconic. Like, I feel like you see it on shirts, and it's like another one that kind of like Eevee, where it's on a lot of stuff, like merch-wise. It's another one, like you said, if you put it in a lineup, that's one that just about it, maybe not just about everybody, but a lot of people, if you have any experience with Pokemon, you know Jigglypuff.
Can we make a 6th one?
I know, I kind of want to do that one.
Oh,
how do you feel about Mewtwo? I really only know him from the movie. I mean, obviously he's like he's the villain of that movie, but and he's another one that kind of talks. Doesn't he talk like psychically?
Yeah,
he like communicates to Ash
because it's like a genetic clone of Mew and like a human or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah. Doesn't it start making clones of all the other Pokemon?
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah. But they all like look a little weird.
Yeah, I gotta watch that movie now too.
Yeah. But like other than that movie, I don't really know anything else about Mewtwo.
It's a hard one too because he is legendary. But yeah, I'm good with keeping him off.
Okay. That makes that a little easier. So now we're down to 1. We got to cut Gengar, Gyarados, Jigglypuff, or Butterfree.
Oh, come on. I will not cut Butterfree out of my list.
You're going to die on that
I
hill?
will die on the hill. I
think Gengar's got to be in. If you're dying on the Butterfree hill, okay. So now we got to go Gyarados or Jigglypuff. Jigglypuff is so lame, but so like important to the franchise for some reason. If I were going Jigglypuff or Butterfree, I think I'm leaning toward Jigglypuff.
Well, too late. I already made my decision.
You're already you're on it. Okay. So how do you feel, Gyarados or Jigglypuff?
Just think about how you felt during that episode. The very first time you ever watched that episode. Think about how you felt.
Yeah, I know. That was like a memory you unlocked by talking about it.
Yeah.
I completely forgot about it until you mentioned it, and now there's all the images are popping in my head. Like I remembered what the other Butterfree looked like.
Man, I pulled.
I haven't watched that in probably 20 years.
I pulled it up to confirm the color of the other one, and I'm just like,
yeah, you're teared up just looking at a still image.
Yeah,
you're right. It probably has been about 20 years since I watched that, and the images are still just popping into my head. Can't say a lot of those are popping into my head from Jigglypuff. The only thing I'm thinking about Jigglypuff is like my friend using it in Smash Bros. And pissing me the fuck off because every time I use Jigglypuff, I just get my ass kicked because I don't know how to use it right.
I'm so bad at Smash Brothers. Man.
Oh, I'm terrible.
I don't understand it honestly.
I'm absolutely a button masher and I'm terrible.
I understand why it's popular. It is fun to play, but I don't understand how to play it.
Yeah, no, I can't do it.
It makes no sense to me.
Yeah, no. Okay, so I'm good. Okay, I'm good with Butterfree over Jigglypuff. What about Gyarados? Gyarados is cool. Jigglypuff is lame. Jigglypuff is, like I said, more important, more popular, exists across different media franchises.
I just think it's so impressive it evolves from a Magikarp.
That's true too.
That's the big
Jigglypuff is the basic Pokemon, carries a microphone around for some reason.
Man, oh man. Oh. I think if it evolved from any other Pokemon, it wouldn't be as...
Yeah, if it like evolved from like an Onyx and then evolved into a Gyarados.
Yeah.
Or like if it was like just a smaller sea serpent, even just a cool fish, like a fish that actually did anything.
Yeah, like a Gar.
Yeah. Like if it went from like, I don't know, yeah, like a smaller sea serpent or something, or just like a little like shark Pokemon or something, and then evolved into this sea dragon, it wouldn't be as cool. Because like, I don't know, it's not as impressive to go from this useless fish that's just hard, and that's its only power, is that it just flops around and it's just hard. And to evolve that into this awesome looking sea dragon with like impenetrable scales and whatever else you said.
You
may not know the name of it maybe per se, but it's a recognizable Pokemon.
Yeah. I'm like barely leaning towards taking Gyarados out.
Man, that's a tough one.
I don't want to, but
that's a tough
I
one.
think Jigglypuff's just too famous, too popular.
Yeah, too known. This would be a good one to do 6, but we can't because we have rules here. Mew, Eevee, Gengar, I think is no question. You're dying on the Butterfree Hill.
Just think of the little hands.
I know the hands. I know the little eyeballs with the little wiggly lights in them. Yeah, I know. I know the face.
As a kid who was bullied, to see a little Butterfree bullied like he was, finally have his happy ending.
Finally have his little family.
Okay.
He was kind of like Free Willy, but in butterfly form.
Yeah.
Yeah. He had to find his pod. They had to let him go. They had to let Butterfree free.
He was finally accepted for who he was.
Free Butterfree.
You put forth that much effort into a storyline for a butterfly, you can't tell me it's not an important Pokemon.
I feel like they did that a lot with like lame Pokemon. I think they wanted to like juice up the ones that nobody liked.
But that one was so effective. That one worked.
Like Jigglypuff is a good example of that one. Like Jigglypuff is so lame by itself.
Yeah.
Like who wanted to trade for a Jigglypuff?
Yeah.
Like it's literally called Jigglypuff. It does not. It's like such a lame Pokemon on its own. So they had to like juice it up by putting it in the show. I feel like that was the plan. So I don't know if that was what they were doing with Butterfree too. If you compare Butterfree with like the Beedrill group, like Weedle is better than Caterpie. Kakuna, I actually don't know if Kakuna is better than Metapod. Neither of them really do anything. They're just like hard for a while.
Yeah.
And then Beedrill is probably cooler than Butterfree. So I feel like they just wanted to kind of juice it up a little bit by giving it this storyline. Psyduck, too. That's another one. I feel like that was their plan. Let's take all the lame ones, put them in the show, so people actually care about them.
Yeah. All right, so we're down to Gyarados and...
I think it's Gyarados or Jigglypuff.
All right, so we'll count down from 3. And
Can we just say one?
We'll just say what we're leaning. No thinking.
Okay.
Ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1. Jigglypuff.
It doesn't feel right, but yeah.
It doesn't, but I think we have to.
Sorry, Gyarados. Do you have any parting words for our good friend Gyarados?
No, I already said what I had to say about him with the fangs and the steel.
Yeah. You're a sweet looking Pokemon, but somehow this little pink turd beat you.
Okay.
Okay, Eevee / all the evolutions, but you said specifically Flareon?
Flareon.
Yeah, they're all cool. Eevee's cool on its own. Mew, I don't have anything to say about Mew. Did you have anything for our guys that didn't get eliminated? We kind of talked about Eevee and Mew a lot. And Jigglypuff we've talked about a bunch. Butterfree we talked about, and Gengar. Did you have anything neat to say about Gengar?
Gengar, along with Nidorino and Jigglypuff, are the first Pokemon to appear in any Pokemon media.
Really?
Yeah.
Like TV show or a game?
I would assume, any media, so probably like game or whatever. And then Gengar is one of only 16 Pokemon to be made into a puppet in Japan.
A puppet?
Yeah.
Gengar's cool.
He is cool.
I want one of those t-shirts. You think you'd find that t-shirt?
I don't remember what it looked like.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly either. Wasn't it purple? Or was it like black?
I thought it was black and it just had Gengar like posing.
Did it have like purple lettering on it?
Yeah, I think so. Something like that.
Because it was like Gengar with like the tongue, right?
Yeah, I don't really have anything else.
Yeah. But anyway, That's our top 5. We got Eevee, Mew, Gengar, Butterfree, and Jigglypuff, who I didn't even want to nominate, but I had to, and now we've got him in. Fucking Jigglypuff. I did say that you're the Wigglytuff to my Jigglypuff. I called myself Jigglypuff.
You did.
I took that bullet for you.
Thank you for your sacrifice.
Okay. And that is your show for the day. For the day? For the week? Whatever. I don't know. For the 2 weeks. We'll see. We hope you enjoyed it as much as Jigglypuff likes singing that stupid-ass song. And you can pay that love forward by sharing this podcast with your friends, family, Pokemon trainers, Geodudes out there, any slow bros.
You missed a perfect opportunity to say how much Butterfree loves his mate.
Oh, that's a good one, too. Yeah. You can find us wherever you get podcasts, so don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a new episode. You can give us a star rating, leave a review or a comment. Let us know what we got wrong. We might have gotten a lot wrong on this one. I don't feel super confident on this one. All that stuff helps us get seen out there, but the best way to share really is just telling somebody you know. You can like us on Facebook, follow us at CCWisePod on all the socials. You can follow me. I don't know what I just said. You can follow me on just about everything at Tyler_W. Where can everybody find you out there?
You can find me on Twitter at BWise23, Instagram at NotTheFakeBW. I'm also on TikTok at NotTheFakeBrandonWise. So join us in a couple weeks, hopefully this time, for another episode of Counterclockwise.
And stay brolden. Geodude. Yeah. Fucking Jigglypuff. Shit, did I stop this? Fuck, I didn't stop this.